Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Darshawn McAway. You're tuned in to Wow Podcast. By all means, go to wowpodcast.me. That's WOWPODCAST.me. Now, today we have a special guest on the line. We're talking to Angela Stalworth. She's here to talk to us about her book, Thin Mint Goes to School. Angela, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. And how are you?
I'm doing well. So let's talk about your book, Thin Mint. What is it about and how did you come up with the character?
It's about an energetic, inquisitive, and entertaining young African-American girl who's known as Thin Mint, who makes going to school every day an adventure. She is so happy to start her first day at school that she can't contain herself. She's on top of cafeteria tables and leaping down the aisles in a classroom and just making her teachers mad, bringing chaos.
So how did you come up with the character? How did that come about?
I was working for my mom at the time, and my goddaughter, she was attending our school. And her mom used to dress her in these little leggings, and she was so slim and cute in them that one day my mom started calling her Thin Mint. And I just loved the name because she looked just like a little cartoon character. So I thought, that's a cute name, and she's so cute. And I just brought the character to life.
When you first came out with the book or when you was in the process of writing it, what was that aha moment that you said, okay, this is something I need to put out? What happened?
For my aha moment, well, with working with children and seeing, kids having a hard time learning to read, and they just weren't grasping my sight words or working in the reading their reading books. So I thought I need to do something, and I always wanted to do something that I felt would captivate children. And I just thought about it. I was like, wow, why don't I write a children's book? And if they could see their teacher writing the book, maybe, that would make them want to, read it and grasp it better.
Right. So what are your hopes for the book?
My hopes for the book is to captivate, entertain, and move kids to want to read, that I can get it on every bookshelf, that parents would read it to their children at bedtime. I hope my book becomes a movie, maybe a cartoon. And I just wanted to entertain people and children. And that's what I hope for my book.
Since you've been writing this book and getting it published, what are some things that you've learned about the publishing industry so far?
It's very hard to tap into. I haven't really done my due diligence like I should have. I'm just starting to get back into it and really get my book pushed. Life things has happened that slowed me down. But when I was trying to get my book out there, it was hard to me, for publishing, as far as, getting it out to big publishing companies.
All right, you talked about things slowing you down. What was something, if you could expound on it, what was something that kind of slowed you down?
I wanted to start my own business, and I did, but it took a lot of work, starting your own business, money-wise, running back and forth to planning and zoning, with plans. Me and my husband, we refurbished the building. And that just took a lot. And then at that time, we was also building our home from the ground up. And it was a lot of things coming at me at one time. So I just kind of, lost focus.
I think a lot of people who listen to this podcast, they tend to think that a lot of us authors or writers that we have it going on and, that the books are flying off the shelf sometimes. But I think a lot of people have to realize that we do go through a bit of a struggle to figure out, how do I sell this book and how do I keep it interesting and how do I keep that same energy that I've had to keep it going? So with that being said, are you planning on coming out with another book?
Yes. I do have another character in mind. I'm just trying to figure out what age group that I want her to try to grab the attention of. Haven't quite figured it out. But So
is it going to be like a... Okay, I got you. So you do have a name. You can't tell us just yet. You can't leave us with a cliffhanger.
Not yet because I haven't trademarked it.
Okay.
So I don't want to throw it out there yet.
Okay. So tell me this. We have a lot of people that listen to the show, thousands of people that listen to the show. What's some helpful advice that you can give them based off of your experience in writing this book from the time you first came out with it up until now?
Don't give up. Keep trying. Keep beating the pavement. Surround yourself with positive people that will keep you motivated, people that love you, could possibly help you financial if that's a drawback. You know, just keep God first. Keep trying.
Right. So let's tell everybody where they can purchase your book.
Okay. If you're interested in purchasing my book, which I hope you are, you can find my book on Amazon.com, or you can email me at theyouthspot@AOL.com for more information.
Well, you're listening to Wild Podcast. I'm your host, Darshawn McAway. We just got done talking to Angela Stalworth. She wrote the book Thin Mint Goes to School. By all means, check out Angela Stalworth's book on Amazon.com. The title of that book is called Thin Mint Goes to School. Angela, thank you so much for being a part of Wild Podcast.
And thank you, Deshaun.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.